Play ball. Fasten those seatbelts. Off we go in Game 7 with ball 1 from Shane Bieber. Since 0 for his last 12. On the ground, and there's a hit to snap the skid. Into the corner. Extra bases for Julio Rodriguez to start Game 7. And there is your first star making an impact. There's a moment. Here's another 3-2 from Bieber. It's a fastball to finish him off.
He might give up a run or two, but it's not the end of the world.
Ground ball right side past Guerrero. Here comes Rodriguez. Barger has a cannon, but the throw is late, and Seattle is on the board in the first inning of Game 7. Josh Naylor drives in Julio Rodriguez, and the Mariners take advantage of the leadoff double.
Yeah, that is a big.
He's not going. Here's a bouncing ball left side. Cut off by Clement. The third baseman hits the runner. They get the out at second, but they won't get a double play. Wow. That throw hit him. And so the inning continues. Well, I don't know that he didn't do anything. In fact, I changed what I said. It's a jump into the throw, and I guess John Schneider, upon seeing it a second time, rarely does an umpire make that call, but they are going to say that he did go out of his way, and it's an interference on Naylor, so a double play finishes off the inning. They were ready for him in Game 3. 8 runs allowed, the most ever in the postseason. Springer gets buzzed by a first pitch fastball.
Better chance tonight to be effective than he did in that previous game.
Springer leading off Game 7 with a walk. Fly to left to Rosarena. Has room.
See, with the exception of the next 2 batters, I think that's what Kirby.
Springer at first, 1 away. Here's the 0-2. Hit hard and through. 10 out of his last 16. Jay's looking to punch right back. First and second with 1 away.
Yeah, great hitters.
On the 8th pitch, Kirk swings and fouls it into the glove. Strike 3. Kirby gets Kirk. 2 gone in the first. Varsho grounds one through into center field. Springer chucks for the plate and ties the game. Both teams with a first inning run. Varsho knocks in Springer. Oh, 2 from Kirby. There goes the runner on a drive to center field. Rodriguez goes back. He's got a beat on it to end the inning. All right, series tied at 3. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball. Base hit into center field under Jimenez. Leadoff man on again, and it has been in all 3 half innings in this game. On the 1-0, he left it over the plate, and it smacked into center field. A base hit. Back-to-back hits to open the second for the Mariners. Third. Squares. Bunts it. Bieber's only play is at first. Successful sacrifice from J.P. Crawford. The Mariners playing a little bit of small ball right.
7.
Rivas chokes up. And he strikes out. Bieber backfoots the breaking pitch. 2 out. Second and third, 2 away. Bounces the first one back to Bieber, who's out of the jam. Mariners miss an opportunity in the second. Leads off the second. Chops the ball to short. J.P. Crawford. Low throw dug by Naylor. Goes to the Blue Jays, putting the ball in play, putting the pressure on him. Falefa over to first. Naylor was positioned well to make the catch. 2 out.
Make sure you don't put it in the area where this team loves it.
Andres Jimenez with a cue shot to short. Crawford running throw is wide. Naylor comes off of the bag to keep it from getting by, and then tries to chopper. Suarez. And so the infield hit with 2 out, doesn't come back to bite him. We're through 2 innings in Game 7. And now a 2-2 pitch. And a high drive to left center field. Lucas on the run. That ball's gone. Julio Rodriguez, in the biggest game of his life, is delivering. Doubles and scores in the first, homers in the third, and it's 2-1 Seattle.
Makes it easier jogging after you foul one off your shin. There's the foul ball. Misses the pad. And then there is the hanger, and he didn't miss it.
Second time that he's homered against Bieber in this series. Mariners back in front. Raleigh with a bouncing ball to first. Guerrero's there. He'll feed Bieber for the first out. Come like that. Naylor hooks one down the line. Barger's there. Themselves. They're locked in early on in game 7. Polanco grounds one sharply and through to center field for a base hit. It's already the 6th of the game for the Mariners. Here's Bieber's 2-2 pitch. Rosarena chases strike 3. For the biggest star shining brightly in this game.
Hits in the last 4 bats.
Pitchers across baseball are saying, preaching to the choir, buddy. It ain't personal. He does strike out Lucas, and so faces Guerrero with the bases empty here.
2 fastballs in a row, you take a little different approach.
Jam shot, shallow right. On comes Robles, out goes Rivas to put it away. And they get Guerrero on 1 pitch.
Remembered for X. And
sharply hit to short and caught by Crawford. George Kirby saying, why not me? Through 3 innings.
See what happens.
They empty the tank here. 2-2 to Suarez. Gets a swing and a miss for his 3rd K. Or his 4th K. Here's the first out of the 4th inning.
Breaking balls.
Went fastball, poked to the left field corner, and it sails over the head of Lucas for extra bases. J.P. Crawford, just his 3rd hit of this series. The longest tenured Mariner has a 1-out double here in the 4th. Here's 1-2 to Rivas. Got him again. Bieber's 3-1. He's walked the 9-hitter. And that's going to end his night. 3rd last night. Here's his 1-1. Bouncing ball left side. Easy play. Clement takes his time and ends the inning. Louis Varden gets the job done.
So too many options can be enticing.
Varsho's down on strikes with that high fastball. George Kirby.
Perfect pitch. You pull that left shoulder out.
Pop fly, shallow right. Rivas for out number 2. The 2-2 to Barger. That's a base hit. Barger with a 2-out single. Connor Falefa out of the 8th spot. Shoots one up the middle to a perfectly positioned Rivas. Takes it to the bag. Over to first. The inning is over. First time that he's faced Raleigh in this series. Varden fires. Cal hits a high fly ball. Deep right field. It is gone. Raleigh joins Rodriguez delivering in game 7. The 2 biggest stars for the Mariners showing up when it matters most.
This guy's amazing. Seattle knows it. The rest of the country is about to find out on the year he had and the amount of innings he's catching, and just the man. It's not that easy. It's not that easy.
5th home run of the postseason for Cal. Now Naylor wraps the ball to right center field. On the move is Varsho. He's there. For the first out of the 5th is Raleigh connects on the home run.
I believe this changeup goes in the wrong spot. Yes, it does. It's supposed to be away, and it just cuts in, and that is that perfect stroke. Launching home runs all year, and says, I'm not done. Add 9.
More to dump. 5 games above 500 when they get one, 16 games below 500 when they don't. That is a hot shot to first. Guerrero juggles, takes it to the bag, 2 out. Matter that he's only pitched once in the last month. He was going to be the guy for the top spot among those 3 starters. A pop into shallow center field and counter for left will put it away. Pressure cooker of the postseason in a game 7. That's exactly what he's issued right here. A leadoff walk to the 9-hitter, no less. And that's it. He got a chase for strike 3. Comes back from walking Jimenez to lead off the inning to strike out Springer quickly. Woo's 1-1. Bouncing ball to short, could be 2. Crawford running throw, double play. There it was. Is 1-0. Suarez got it off the end of the bat, left center field. Lucas coming on, gets there. His dad is in the CFL, Canadian Football League Hall of Fame. Scorcher to second, knocked down by Connor Faleffa. Scrambles to get it and throw him out. His dad was a DB with the BC Lions. And now Dominguez, home of the 2-1. Broke his bat, broke a couple bats in this inning. And he needed just 7 pitches to retire the side in order. To the target set. That's where he went, and he finished him off. Only the 3rd strikeout of the playoffs for Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Adds up.
Woo's 2-1. Kirk flies it into shallow center. It's down. A base hit in front of Rodriguez. Kirk's first hit of the ball game, and in the blink. You say no problem. Don't have to tell me twice. Right center field for Robles. He's got it.
I'll tell you what, that was just a click off the barrel. That was that low nitro zone. And
he went up and got a bouncing ball to short for Crawford. Shovels it off to Rivas. And Brian Wu with a couple scoreless innings. Gosman's 3-2. Robles plugged back into the lineup, has gotten aboard twice.
Somebody's going to move on and be happy, and somebody's season ends.
Ground ball to short, could be 2. There's 1. There's 2. A 6-4-3 double play to wipe him clean. And instead of him facing Raleigh, who has homered against him 4 times in his career, including in this series, they'll put him on intentionally and go to work against Naylor. 3-0. Ball 4. For the second walk, 3rd with the intentional of this inning. Bouncing ball to second. Kind of Faleffa to first. We stretch in game 7. The Mariners 3. The Blue Jays 1. Barger takes ball 4. Leadoff walk. Tying run coming up. Ground ball. Base hit center field. Bottom of the order. Doing it again for the Blue Jays. Tying run aboard in the 7th. Laid down. Wu to first. 1 away. Job well done by Andres Jimenez as Barger moves to 3rd. Connor Faleffa to 2nd. The 1-0 pitch. High fly ball. Left field. Arozarena. Watches it go. Bizzardo comes on for the top of the order. Homer single. says Ernie Clement. He is Canada right now. Ernie Clement, everybody's saying that. Vlad Jr. hooks a line drive right at Rosarena. Almost took his glove off. Back to the bag goes Lucas, 2 out. Strike 3 caught on Kirk. Yeah, you can't play with fire too many times, and they did. Sits on to pitch. Rosarena leads off and bounces the first one to Jimenez. 1 pitch, 1 out. And that'll help us settle into an unfamiliar situation here for Chris Bassett. And their first pennant in 3 decades. Another 3-2 pitch. Suarez takes strike 3. It falls out of the sky to get Suarez. Crawford, who had 12 home runs in the regular season, grounds this one to short. Jimenez up with it across. 1, 2, 3, 8th inning. Chris Bassett. They can smell it in Toronto. Team that's never been. Dalton Varsho leads off and bangs the first one that Andres Munoz throws into right field for a leadoff hit. Munoz into the game and inning too late. 2 home runs. It's just as big as part of their deal as it is anybody else. They do this better than anybody, though. Robles is thrown, not close to in time. They've got him cornered with nobody out. On a 2-1, Barger pulls it to first, and it's a line drive double play anyways.
Oh,
wow. There have been like a million double plays the last 2 days. A little funky if you don't get him in. Up the middle. Rivas is there, and somehow Munoz gets out of this inning unscathed. Pitch. Rivas starting the 9th. And he's down on strikes. Hoffman flames a fastball by him, 1 away in the 9th. 2-2 pitch. Target in the 9th. The Toronto Blue Jays, the payoff. And for the first time in 32 years, the Blue Jays have won the pennant. They come back in the series. They come back in Game 7, and they go from last place to the World Series.
How fitting it is that the only position player on Toronto who's been to the World Series is Springer, and he's the one that sent him to the World Series. They've got a couple pitchers that have had some experience, but no other position player.
And on that bad knee, it looked like it was questionable that he'd even be able to play in the final 2 games of this series after he got drilled in Game 5. Meanwhile, for the Mariners, another chapter in this history of heartbreak. The closest they've ever been. 2 shots to get to the World Series for the first time. And the Jays take both. Down to the field, and Ken Rosen.